and welcome to an overview of Base Education's modules. There are over 130 modules of different types. You can see the different types by clicking up here. There are elementary modules, secondary modules, modules for adults like parents and guardians, or teachers for professional development, and wellness modules for all. In addition, we have a whole suite of substance use misuse modules. Let's take a look first at the elementary modules. So I will click here and go to elementary. As you see, they're in alphabetical order. I am going to scroll down and find, let's see, one that works for us today, probably peer pressure. So I'm going to first click on the I and it'll tell me what I need to know about the module. The video length is 8 minutes and 27 seconds, for example, and I'm going to go ahead and launch the video. Elementary modules are video-based because we have found in our research that's the modality that works best for elementary age students. Let's take a look at the peer pressure video now. You'll notice it involves real students and not characters or fictitious entities.
Peer pressure.
Peer pressure is when peers try to get you to act a certain way or get you to do something. A peer is someone who is your age. You may go to school with them, do activities with them, or know them through other friends or family. Pressure is a feeling we get when we feel like we need to do something. Peer pressure is when peers, other kids, try to get you to think, look, or act a certain way. Many times, they tease and put stress on the person until they break down and do what everyone wants them to do.
Peer pressure means that one of your peers, people who are about your age, pressure you to do good or bad things. They're repeatedly telling you to do something that you might not want to do. Peer pressure is when people try to act like each other to make themselves try and fit in.
From the time you're born, you start figuring out what you like and don't like.
I'll go ahead and pause it there for the sake of time, but notice too that you have multiple languages available in subtitles so that you can reach all of your student populations. Now, whether you're in elementary, middle school, or high school, there are Tier 1 opportunities for you to engage your students with these topics whole group through educator resources. I'll go ahead and click on the primary educator resources you see here. No matter what student population or age group you're working with, you will always have the lessons at a glance, including all of the materials that Base Education provides, key vocabulary so that even at a young age, we can begin to build a bank of common language throughout your site or throughout your district around social and emotional learning topics. Background for teachers who may not necessarily sometimes feel comfortable teaching or facilitating certain topics. We want to make sure they have the confidence they need to move forward with engaging students in conversations, in this case, around peer pressure. But you'll also see discussion questions that help the teachers facilitate these conversations so that they don't have to make them up themselves. In addition, the educator guides provide activities that you can download and print and related readings, so that you can build a literature library that helps integrate your English language arts. It's important to note that all modules, kindergarten through 12th grade, are already correlated to your English language arts standards. I'm going to go ahead and move back to a middle school or high school module, but I'm going to do so by showing you another way you can select from the 130 module-based bank. You can come over here under selected categories and choose a different topic that you may want to use. I'm going to go ahead and choose Disruptive Behavior. As I scroll down, you'll notice that the middle school, high school modules actually provide also companion parent-guardian modules. You can push these out to parents who will have their own login user information and can learn the same topics that their students are learning. Again, providing the same common language to allow those conversations to happen easily at home, but also to help your parents and guardians understand the mind and the brain and the biology of what their teenage students are going through and experiencing. So I am going to go ahead and choose healthy communication. I'm going to launch this module and you'll notice it's a different modality than elementary. We like to take advantage of low text and high impact imagery for your middle school, high school students. They can work at a self-pace, either synchronously or asynchronously, whether you're implementing Tier 1, Tier 2, or Tier 3 social, emotional, and mental wellness learning. You'll notice here that I can read healthy communication, or I can hover over the word to get a simple definition of any underlined word. And we use a universal design for learning approach to provide tools and accommodations for students who might need it. Like, if I turn on the speaker here,
Healthy communication.
I can have the text read to me. In fact, I can have it read to me in 78 different languages. I am going to go ahead and choose Mexican Spanish as opposed to the European Spanish.
Comunicación saludable.
And you'll notice that the entire platform switches to Spanish, again, taking advantage of text-to-speech technology. I'll go back to English, turn off the speaker, and we'll move through the module. You'll notice that the next button clicks around into different spots to keep your students engaged. Again, I can hover over any underlined word to get a simple definition. We use introspective journaling as an opportunity for students to emote. We have found in validated, replicated research that introspective journaling will provide significant opportunities for students to emote things that they wouldn't typically even share with their counselors. So here, a student is going to define what they think healthy communication is. The reason I'm typing this is I want to show you that the system uses special proprietary fireword technology to capture everything that a student writes or everything that a student deletes. I'll show you why that's important in just a few moments. So I'm going to move through my module and I'm going to use that introspective journaling, which, by the way, we have found in our research, 82% of students who use BASE say that they can speak with their counselor about things they were not able to speak with them about before. And that is because they're able to be heard. Even your students who fly under the radar and wouldn't typically share information will emote here at BASE. To show you another universal design for learning tool, I can click the microphone here. And I can go ahead and speak into the microphone and it will automatically type for me everything that I'm saying. I'll turn that off. I'll click next and you'll notice that we use different answer types. So in addition to introspective journaling, we use survey questions like this one or this one so that you can immediately see what your students are feeling, thinking, or experiencing in real time. More introspective journaling, but we also use yes, no, and true, false questions as well. So I'm going to show you a couple of other features here. At any time, students can choose to have a multi-sensory experience, and from a curated list of safe music, they can choose any kind of genre here and be listening to music while they're working through their module. They can also take a break by playing a video game, drawing on their own, having a clock rundown, or moving to a relaxation module that's a mini opportunity for them to meditate.
Find a comfortable position with your body.
So there are lots of opportunities there for students to be supported while they're working through their module. Perhaps one of the most ways that they can be supported is through this help button. At any time, your students can click what I call the SOS button and tell a supervising adult, meaning the adults you have tied to the student's account, that they are worried about something and that they need to speak with someone either now, by the end of the day, or anytime not an emergency. Once they click that, you'll be immediately notified that a student is in crisis. In addition to the help button, we use something called fireword technology. Now you'll recall earlier that I told you students who type or delete something, that information is captured within the system. We do that so that you can be alerted using an artificial intelligence psycholinguistics program to any opportunity students are emoting of harm, whether it's to themselves or someone else. Here you'll see that the question is, please describe the closest friendships in your life. The student wrote, I'm lonely and I don't have any friends. That's really important for me as an educator to know, because this might be the student who sits in the back of the room, always gets her work done on time, never has any behavior issues, but I need to be able to approach her and say, hey, that was really brave of you to share that you were lonely. Can we talk about that? And now your students feel heard. In the next example, you'll see that the student initially wrote, sometimes I want to die because, and then deleted it and ended up just writing, I have no friends. Now you can actually turn on and off the system alerts at any time or day. So you can make sure that your teachers or educators tied to the student platform are not being pinged 24/7 unless you choose that option. You can turn it on and off so that you're only pinged and alerted during school time settings. So that is our basic overview of BASE modules. If you have any questions, please let us know. Thank you. Bye-bye.